And new this morning, just now coming into our live now from Fox Studios, we're learning that the Israeli military saying early this morning they've confirmed that the head of Hamas's military wing, Mohammed Deif, was killed in an airstrike in Gaza in July. The announcement comes a day after that apparent Israeli strike in the Iranian capital killed Hamas's top political leader. Joining us live this morning to further discuss this breaking news alert is national security expert with the University of New Haven, Ken Gray. Ken, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Janae. Glad to be with you again.
Glad to have you. New developments coming on every few hours at this point. This just coming into our live now from Fox Studio. The Israeli military confirming the head of Hamas's military wing was killed in July. Give us some perspective. Who is this person and what did he mean to Hamas?
So Mohammed Deif was the head of the Qassam brigades and was one of the planners of October 7th. He has been a long time problem. He has come up through the ranks of Hezbollah, of Hamas, and that he has had 8 other attempts to take him out and has always survived. The Israelis are basing the fact that he is dead with their latest strike on him based upon some new intelligence information. But this guy is somewhat of a ghost. He just keeps on reappearing after they strike at him. But in this particular case, the IDF had information that he was sick and that he was coming out of the tunnels and that he was going to stay with the head of another brigade. They had a compound under observation in Al Muwasi, where they knew this other leader was at, and they waited until they had intelligence that Deif was there, and then they dropped 8, I think it was 2,000-pound bombs on that location. It killed a lot of people, but one of which they now believe was Deif himself. So Israel has successfully killed Haniyeh and Deif. So the only other leader that is the identified big player in Hamas is Sinwar. If they manage to get Sinwar, then the upper leadership of Hamas will be totally wiped out. Sinwar is believed to still be in the tunnels and has been supposedly in the tunnels the whole time, although there had been some reports that he might have traveled out of the Gaza Strip through the tunnels into Egypt.
Thank you so much for that breakdown. I hope you can explain my next question, Ken. There was some confusion from viewers as it relates to Hamas. They were wondering, okay, top political leader, okay, you have that, then you have the head of Hamas. Could you explain the difference? Also, there was some confusion as to why he was being called a top political leader, but it's important we also explain how some view Hamas as a political entity in that area.
Yeah, Hamas was elected as the government of the Gaza Strip during the one election they had after the Israelis pulled out of there when they were occupying the Gaza Strip. But Hamas has both a political side and a government side. Now, Deif is the number 2 guy, number 2 in command, and he is in charge of the Qassam brigades and is in charge of all the military side there. And he coordinates the actions of all the other brigades. There's, I think, 5 brigades within the Gaza Strip. The leader that was taken out in Beirut, Haniyeh, he is in charge of the political contacts. He's the face of Hamas. He goes outside the Gaza Strip. He meets with foreign leaders. He represents the political side of Hamas. Deif is the military side. Sinwar is overall in charge of both the political and of the military side. But these are the 3 leaders that together ran Hamas. And now the one that remains is Sinwar.
Ken, thank you so much for putting that into perspective. So the question now is what's next? There's still fears and that looming question this morning. Could a full-scale conflict happen because of this? And also, if you can express the concern also of Hezbollah at this hour as well. People wanting to know, okay, will Hamas and Hezbollah team up? But, we do know they are two separate entities.
Hezbollah's one of their leaders, one of the leaders that would meet regularly with the overall head of Hezbollah, Nasrallah, a guy by the name of Fuad Shukr. He was killed earlier in the week by an attack by the Israeli airstrike there in Beirut. So Hezbollah is ready to strike back against Israel to get revenge for the death of Shukr. Now, following on that on the heels, you have this Israeli airstrike against the Hania there inside Tehran in a house north of Tehran, just hours after he met with the overall head of Iran, the Ayatollah Khamenei. So this is remarkable that they would carry out two separate strikes against leadership figures in two separate countries, Beirut in Lebanon and Tehran, the capital of Iran. And so this is a remarkable set of headhunting on the part of Israel. Here's the problem, though, is that both Hezbollah says that they are going to get revenge. Nasrallah is supposed to make a speech today. And in Iran, the Ayatollah has promised a revenge and has ordered Iran to retaliate against Israel. Last time the Ayatollah went and ordered an attack on Israel, we had that massive airstrike involving drones and missiles coming into Israel. So as I said yesterday, my prediction is that you're going to see a coordinated airstrike with Iran, Hezbollah, and the Houthis. We can't forget about the Houthis. Potentially also the militia forces in both Iraq and in Syria. All of these launching airstrikes against Israel at the same time, trying to overwhelm the Iron Dome. Israel was able to withstand that last time with the support of both U.S. and U.K. air assets trying to intercept missiles as they were coming in and knock down drones as they were coming in. As I had pointed out before, the battle group in the Eastern Med is gone. Right now, it has been replaced by a battle group. I believe that they are in south of Yemen, but that's 1,000 miles away from Israel. So the ability to provide the air support that was being provided before is somewhat less. And so we will see how this plays out. But Israel is bracing for attacks based upon these attacks they've carried out. They are going to suffer the revenge of both Iran and Hezbollah, and it will probably occur sooner rather than later. Last time it was just a couple of days from the time that Iran said that they were going to strike out against Israel to when it did strike out. I believe the Israeli attack was on a Saturday, and the following Saturday was when Iran struck. So expect something to occur, and I would expect it to be coordinated attacks between a number of different members of the axis of resistance.
Well, we'll definitely be keeping a watchful eye. Ken Gray, always a pleasure. We appreciate your expertise and perspective on these breaking news alerts. A lot coming into our Live Now from Fox Studio this morning. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we let you go?
I just think that Israel really needs to be ready because they are going to soon have a number of missiles coming into Israel.
Absolutely. Ken Gray, thank you so much. Always a pleasure. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.